But of course it wasn't Renault's fault and it wasn't Holdcroft's fault. It was just a freak situation that I find myself in every time I come here. Certainly do need help, but I need help choosing my next car. Well, hello friends, this is something I didn't think I'd be doing today. Yeah, I'm vlogging. It's been a hot minute, but here I am on the way back to Renault. Holdcroft Renault Hanley, yes, that's right, I am putting it out there because I am driving tentatively in my car that just had a service and now has a warning system, electric failure. Right, thanks. They assure me that it was nothing that they've done, which of course, I am not a technician and I cannot say it's anything they've done. However, how come every time I take my car for a service, I end up having to call out RAC or having a systems failure? Reboot. And the car, I think, also needs a reboot at this point. Yeah, not impressed. I mean, I can't say that the girl on the phone wasn't nice enough. I was probably a little bit too shirty with her than I should have been. But that's just because I'm so furious because I love driving electric so much, but the support just isn't there. We've obviously over the years gone through how the electric highway isn't there, and there's still issues with that up and down the country, and the support with the garage isn't there. And check this, I'm even thinking about having another one next year when this hire purchase malarkey runs out. What is wrong with me? I'm thinking about going back to the same garage. Like yesterday, I've been doing research and YouTube and, you know, figuring out, is this the car for me? And then I get into my car today and this happens. I'm like, do I want to have another 4-year acquaintance with a garage that I have in fact had, how many? 3 Clios, a Zoe, and through my father as well, he's had at least 5 cars through them, and then went across the road to Nissan for his last one, but still same corporation. We are absolute suckers, and I have to say, of course, yes, hands up, my fault for going back to these people. I just want the nice car that I want. Affordability, flexibility, comfort. The car has it all. The company, and okay, Renault, your cars aren't fantastically made anymore. They've changed, I get that, but Holdcroft, your service isn't always there, and that hasn't changed. It doesn't get any better, it just stays average. Sometimes you get a nicer person, and then sometimes you get absolute trash. So that's honesty, and obviously I would never say who the people are or which particular visit, but there's been hit and miss, let me tell you. And the crux of it is, this morning I had a phone call to say, could I rate the service I received on my service? My car has been sat for the past 4.5 months whilst I've been away, as you guys know, doing nothing, covered up, nice and happy, sat unaware of the world since I went away in July, and in June she had her MOT, and of course before that she was sat when I was on my previous contract abroad, and then obviously the service last December. So all she gets to do is drive around for a month, get a service, drive around for a month, get an MOT. Like literally she just gets looked after and sits around. So she gets started up and charged up and kept warm and clean. This is not my fault. Okay, rant over. It doesn't help that yesterday I had issues with Vigin Media via USwitch and Vodafone. So completely sidebar right now, but just to say, I've been back in the country for 3 days, trying to sort all my life admin out and switch over my home broadband via the company USwitch. I'm sure lots of you guys in the UK have used this for many different things. They contact your previous provider, give you a new provider. As long as you're kind of like out of contract, there's no additional charges, you get a great deal, blah blah blah, easy peasy. So I'm out of contract with my Vodafone broadband, so I think, cool, I'll use USwitch Black Friday offer, get Vigin Media, which is a similar price to what I'm already paying, but like 4-5 times the speed. Plus, as a bonus for Black Friday, they put you £120 credit onto your account, so basically you get like 5 months free. Vigin Media came, the box arrived, it's plug and play, you set it up yourself, not a problem, it's all sorted. USwitch via Vigin Media have not contacted Vodafone, so they've billed me again, and I spoke to Vodafone to say, hey, I'm not with you anymore, just checking that you're aware of this. They say no. Nice 20-minute conversation of them telling me that nobody but me can cancel it, so I need to give in a 30-day cancellation notice and pay for the next month. And I said, yeah, but it's supposed to be USwitch. They said, yeah, USwitch are supposed to contact us, but as they haven't, and you now have 2 providers, you need to do this. And I was like, wait, I'll just speak to Vigin Media first. So I spoke to Vigin Media. Interesting, delightful, and very painful, let me tell you. And my mum was actually in the room, so I'm sure she felt my pain. 40 minutes on the call to a girl who just kept saying, I understand, but she didn't understand anything. She told me that USwitch wasn't even a company. She told me that Vigin Media don't use USwitch, so contradicted herself and then lied. She said there's no credit on my account for the £120. She said they will not be switching off Vodafone because they don't do that and USwitch doesn't exist. So I asked to speak to a supervisor and she said that's not possible. So I got a little angry, only politely angry. I'm still British. And I said I will stay on the phone until a supervisor is available. Lo and behold, 20 minutes later, a supervisor became available who proceeded to tell me that USwitch does not exist, and they would not be contacting Vodafone, and there's never going to be a £120 credit on my account because that's not a thing. And USwitch, I said, please Google USwitch, you will see it. I says, I have internet, I've Googled it, USwitch. I'm looking at it online right now, and I took a screenshot of the offer, and USwitch is still there with the offer, and it's not a new company. They do all different things like insurance, electricity, water, like whatever company you want to switch from, they do it for you. But he said no, that's not a thing. And then sent me an email to tell me to contact the Ombudsman. Just out of curiosity, I called the number that they sent me rudely, and the Ombudsman in the UK, very nice chap, said I can't really help you because it has to be an 8-week dispute before we step in. I said, well, I can't stay the 8 weeks and wait because I'm still within my 14-day cooling off, and I don't want to obviously stay with a company that's messing me around just to say that I've been with them for 8 weeks so the Ombudsman can step in. So that was useless. Phoned Vodafone back just on the off chance, and said, look, please can you start the 30-day cancellation, bearing in mind I am aware that I now will have to pay for an extra month of service that I don't have. And he said, yes, okay, we'll start that for you now. Please be aware that for the month after that you will also get a bill, but then we'll refund that the month after that. What? So I basically ended the Vodafone service to go to Virgin on the 28th of November. So I have to pay now the whole of December, the whole of January, and then get January's refunded. Please tell me, what logic is this? And why do we put up with it? Because now obviously I've started that process, because what else can I do? My hands are tied. Yeah, that was a massive rant of Virgin, Vodafone, USwitch, and then I jump in my car to run errands today, and electrical system warning. Perfect. Is there a company, hello, or an organisation that would like to do their job well and do it with great customer service? Because if there is a company out there, I would like to work with them. Anyway, I'm almost at the garage now. The car hasn't stopped on me, but it does have a battery red light, a stop red light, and the warning electrical system is on with a like warning triangle with the exclamation point in. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to drive like that. Probably not, but there's not much traffic around. I've taken it very slowly. I think it's about 5 miles to the garage from where I was. If it wasn't kind of like in early afternoon with this low amount of traffic, and I did actually call my dad and say, what do I do now? And he said, you'll be fine. I probably wouldn't have braved this, but having had a 15-minute conversation with the garage saying, it's not my fault. And even though I have the car over 4 years and have RAC coverage with them for 5 years, it only covers breakdown for 3 years. So they wanted me to just buy an RAC cover just to get picked up. Even though I'm leaving the country in a month, they were like, yeah, just get picked up because we can't get you, and basically we don't care. We'll look at your car if you get it here, but other than that, do one. So that's how I feel. There's no hug in the room. I'm going to be very calm and polite when I get there, of course. I won't video because I don't think they're going to be very happy about that, but I will tell you guys what happens. Of course, it's not going to be Renault's fault and it's nothing to do with the service, but I'm sure I'll get a diagnostics check and this car will be up and running again very shortly. It's just frustrating that this is what we have to go through just to have future. Like, electric cars are the future, but we always have to rely on a company to help us. Anyway, I'm going to turn into the garage now, so I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to see the lovely people at Holdcroft Renault Hanley. Oh, they love me here. See you on the flip side. Okay friends, here goes nothing. The other thing is my car is now full of all my shopping, my usual stuff that I put back in the car, and every time I come for a service or anything at this garage I like to empty it completely. Not because I don't trust people, but I don't trust people in general. So yeah, I'm mad. Anyway, let's go inside and see what happens. See you on the flip side. Okay, into the bathroom we go. I've given my key in to somebody that I did the service with the other day. She seems like a really nice girl, nothing against her, but she doesn't know anything about the situation. She knows the name of the person who is dealing with it, but they're not available. Receptionist told me to head straight up to that department because they are aware of it. They're like, oh, shall we have the key off her? Oh, I don't know. Please just have the key off me. Please just do the diagnostic. Please speak to me like I'm here, because a few people were just carrying on talking about what they're talking about, which is exactly what happened when I came in the other day for the service. When I went to look at the new cars and everyone went into a meeting and nobody was available. I feel like my phone is shaking because I am shaking. Why does nobody care? Like, money is just nothing. Like, thousands of pounds just slip through your fingers every day to other people and nobody cares. Like, it's nothing. I work blooming hard for my money and then a lot less than the average person that could work at McDonald's for a better wage than I'm on sometimes. And it's gonna be fine. Sorry for the rant. There we go. They have the key. Let's see what happens. Hello friends. Okay. I had my rant, I told you the truth, and we're back in the car. So I've been handed my key back. They said they've run a diagnostic, there seems to be nothing wrong with it, and it should be working now. We're about to turn her on and find out. But yeah, that's as much as I was told. They all kind of stayed away from me, so that's cool. So in my spare time, whilst I was in there, yeah, I went to look at another car. Sorry, I just looked such a mess. I just came in from the wind. So I looked at the Megane, which is on the top 3 of my list, not including Tessa, obviously, because she's not there yet. Financially, that is. She'd always be at the top. But yeah, I've had a look at the Megane, had another sit in her, had a good chat with a girl who actually knows what she's talking about and drives the Megane. So, and she used to drive the Zoe, so I feel like much better than last time, when obviously I've had this one, and before that the Clio. That guy was interesting, to say the least. So moving forward, obviously still love electric. Renault, you do a good thing mostly. However, do I want to partake in having this as my garage of choice? It's garage of convenience, and I am swayed by the girl that I just spoke to, because she did seem, I don't know, salespeople are always going to have that well, salesperson charm. That's how they do their work. But she did seem nice and knowledgeable, so I feel like I'm gonna agree to a test drive. I've got some figures in my head now, and yeah, went over. Let's see if the car works. Let's turn the camera around and hope she says go. See you on the flip side. Okay, here goes. I'm about to press the start. Is she screaming at me? Nope, all the lights have gone off. So that does seem like we're going to be able to drive. Obviously, I'm not going to drive anywhere at the moment because I don't have my seatbelt on and I'm not ready to. Right, let's do it. Okay, still nothing. Still nothing. I've hit drive. Still nothing. Ooh, I think we're ready. Okay, I've really got to go and get a brush on my hair. But you've seen by now that the car is working. Thank the Lord. Oh, thank Renault. Holdcroft, you did it again. You peed me off and then you've fixed the problem. I don't want to have to book 2 appointments every time I have a service though. One for the service and one to fix the issues I drive away with. That's my problem. But of course it wasn't Renault's fault and it wasn't Holdcroft's fault. It was just a freak situation that I find myself in every time I come here. Stop now, Millie, stop. That's it for this vlog. I think it's just a little rant of, please let me know about your electric cars. I want to know what cars people are driving, how they're driving, not how you're driving, how the car is driving. Do you have these kind of issues? Is it an electric issue? Is it a Renault issue? Is it this garage? Just basically touch base with me, help me out. I want to buy a new car and I need your help. So let me know in the comments if you drive electric, what you drive, and what I should be thinking of. Is Megane the right option for me? I'm so basic. Thanks for watching anyway. Sorry about the rant, and I shall see you guys on the flip side. Just one more thing before I drive off. I just checked my boot to make sure all my shopping was still there. Paranoid. And then I remembered the last thing the girl just told me when she gave my key back, that the technician had said to her that it must be something to do with the freak cold weather. So yeah, we're in a cold snap. It's now 2 degrees. It's been in the minuses through the night, but I've had this car for almost 4 years now. This is not the coldest it's been. You've seen me over the past few years driving in the snow, the ice, and up and down the country, living in my car, leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning, in the winter, getting back, goodness knows what time at night. Don't blame the British weather. For having electric cars, we have to put up with the weather. I don't accept that. Let's get on with the vlog. See you on the flip side. Hello friends, I thought I'd finished. I got one more thing to say. I just spoke to my mum to say, because I was supposed to be there a couple of hours ago, but obviously things have taken a turn, and I just mentioned that it's the cold weather is the reason behind my car issues, and she was like, what? We've just come from the top of Norway, because we just got back from our cruise, and the Northern Lights cruise, which I don't know if that vlog is up yet, and so we've been literally to Alta, and there's like Tesla, Leaf, Zoe all just driving around in this like sub zero temperatures, like up to like minus 24, and they're all driving around, and I'm like, okay, it's because we have this cold weather. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. Please tell me which electric car I should be going for next, and if I should be stepping outside of my comfort zone and going away from Renault. Contenders, of course, would be the Leaf. I've not looked at the latest one. I've been looking at the, I'm gonna get this wrong, Dad, sorry, Aria. That is outside my price range, but she's a nice car. And what else have I looked at? The Citroen, and I've forgotten. There's a few in the range, like not the range, that kind of like size, shape, price range. But there's probably so many that I don't know, so if you please could give me your tips. I've tried to be there for you guys with how it was like with the transition to electric. Now I want to stay electric, but move forward. Like, yeah, I'm just waffling now. I need to go and have a coffee and sit down and chill. But please let me know all your thoughts about electric and where to go next, because I need help. Well, I certainly do need help, but I need help choosing my next car, and I think now is the time to start ordering it, because I'll be back in May and hopefully the car could be ready by then. So help me. And I'll see you this time on the flip side.